Is it resolved now?
Yeah, looks like we're about to go live finally.
Is it resolved?
Yep, it is resolved. We're good to go.
Looks like we're about to go live finally. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're good to go.
We got it.
Perfect.
Is it resolved?
Yep, it is resolved.
Yep,
We're good
we're
to go.
good. Like we're about to. Oh, the place. Okay. Awesome. So, Ms. Walter, would you like to open up with some slides, or I can go ahead and give an intro?
Yep, I do have slides. Just give me a second.
Sounds good.
I think you need to give me permissions to screen share.
All set.
I'll try. Is it visible now?
Yep, looks good.
All right. Okay, things can get started. Hey everyone, I'm Aishwarya Walter. I'm from Push Protocol team. Super excited to be here discussing about how hackers can integrate Push and Superfluid. So let's get started. So here's how I'm envisioning this workshop to be. For the first 10 to 15 minutes, I'm going to give an intro about what Push Protocol is, what was our journey like, and what are the features that we have that developers can integrate. So Push is basically the future of Web3 communication. Now, why are we talking about communication, right? Because in the Web2 world, communication is so easy, and that we are not even thinking about it. So let's just say, how you start your day, right? So, the time you wake up, you don't look into any other apps, you don't open any other apps, but you just look at the notifications first. So it's just you just never open apps right now. We just depend on the notifications these days. But when it comes to Web3 world, we don't have that yet. But this is just like this crucial piece that was missing all this while. But our founders of Push, like Harsh and Risha, they found this log and they tried to resolve this issue, and now we have Push protocol. So yeah, just like I said, everything starts with a notification in the Web2 world, but things has to change now for the Web3 as well. Now, in the Web3 world, what are the types of notifications that we can, what are the use cases for notifications, right? I think it is very, very super critical, just like in Web2. So in Web2, critical informations like, the amount that gets deposited to your bank account, or or even for the social media, right? Someone likes your profile, someone comments on your post, you get notification. But in the Web3 world, we have all these super techy things evolving, like DeFi, NFT, everything, even DAOs, right? So right now, let's talk about DAOs first. In the DAO space, we are seeing a lot of DAOs evolving. And the major problem that DAOs are facing right now is like voter apathy. So we have this DAO set up, fundamentally strong, but to move forward, what we're lagging is, the users, the voters, people to engage in, right? So, but how can we get that, engagement from the community? So all the discourse, everything is happening, but Web3 oriented solution. So we have proposals going on chain, but how do we notify about the users about these proposals? Right now, the solutions that we have are all Web2. We mostly notify in Twitter or Discord, Discourse, but this is going to be like a Web3 solution. And even for DeFi, right? DeFi, it's even more critical. You have a loan in Aave and you're about to get liquidated, but no one notifies you about it. But what if you get notification to your wallet address saying that, okay, do something, you're about to get liquidated, right? And even in NFT metaverse as well, when someone makes a bid, you get notified. So these are the major use cases that we can think of right now in the Web3 space. All right, and here is what we built. We built like an open communication layer in Web3, and that can send dynamic notifications. And with Push protocol, it is not tied to one chain; it is multi-chain, and the notifications, they are gasless. You don't have to like pay gas fee for all the notifications. So yeah, these are like few of the features that we have about the Push protocol. And these are like some stats that we have. We have like 18 million notifications already sent and 60K plus subscribers and 100 plus integrations already. And this is how like our ecosystem looking like. I think it's much more now, but you can see major logos like Aave, TYDX, and even in the DAO space as well. All right. So for the live demo, I have like a couple of ways that we can integrate notifications to your project. So specifically, specifically thinking about hackers, there are a couple of ways that we can integrate. The first way would be to integrate using the SDK. Now, to integrate notifications, the very first step for anyone to like take is to create a channel, something called as a channel. But let me see if I can. Are you guys able to see the screen? The dApp.
Currently it's like a half white, half, the previous slides on the screen. I wasn't able to see the dApp.
Okay, let me stop the share and start again then.
Sounds good. Yep, this looks great.
All right. Actually, let me share the entire screen because I want to switch screens. All right. Okay, so like I mentioned, the very first place that you will go to, start integrating with Push protocol would be on our dApp, and this is staging.push.org, which is our test environment on Goerli. So here we have like a couple of things: inbox, channels, chat. So inbox is where you will basically get the notifications, and channels is the list of channels. Now channels, think of it like YouTube channels, right? So when you subscribe to a YouTube channel, you get notified about the latest videos that the YouTube channel owner posted, right? Now, just like that, if you are working on a project and you want to integrate notifications for your project, then you would be creating a channel and users would be able to opt in and receive notifications from your channel. So it's as simple as that. Now let's see how we can create a channel. Okay, I have this fresh wallet. Got it. And when you see this developer tab, you can see this create channel option. Now, we recently upgraded our protocol. So in order to create a channel, there are two things that you would need. Couple of things that you would need, but wallet wise, you would need some Goelit and some 50 push tokens. So all of these things are here. Yeah, actually, let me send some emails. Point five is more than enough. I'll try it. While that happens, let's get some test push tokens as well. By the way, both of which you can just get them here. Right. Okay, let's see the other. Okay, I think it's still taking some. Oh, it says receive. Don't know what happened there. Okay, let me just try again. Okay. Yeah, while that happens, we can just get ready with a logo that we need for the channel creation, and we need the channel name and then channel description, and that is all. Okay, got it. Now we have the kit ready. Now we need some push. And I got this still. Okay. Oh, there's something really going on here. Let me see. We have channel already. All right. Okay. So we already have another channel. So let's stick with this account too. Now let's see. I'll try this. Now while that happens, let me. So this is another browser. I'm simulating another user. So let's go. All right, I think we are ready. Now, okay, since we have the Goerli ETH and push tokens, let's just go on and give the channel name, which is Superfluid demo, Ethereum Goerli, and again, let's say channel description as test channel. Okay, so website URL. So that would basically be like a, in the chat, when you see that like a channels list, when you click on the channel, it will redirect you to this URL. So it would basically be your project URL. So I think push.org and click on next. Now, I also have this as the logo. And that's up and create. Now, the channel creation is a two-step process. The first one would be to confirm the transfer of push tokens, and the next one would be the actual channel creation. All right, now that happens, let's have another user. Okay. Well, that's the second confirmation. Now the actual channel creation is happening. Now, in the meantime, okay. All right, the channel is created. So this is how the channel dashboard will look like for a channel owner. Now you can see the delegates. That is basically if you want to send a notification on Polygon. So right now we are live on Ethereum and Polygon, and we are going on other EVM chains and non-EVM chains soon. So right now on Polygon, if you want to send notification, you basically would delegate to a Polygon address here from the main chain. All right, now let's proceed with sending a notification. Now, so now that I have a channel created, let's see how I can send a notification. Now I have another user simulated here. Let's search for the channel. That's the channel address. Okay, now here you can see you can opt in. All right, we've opted into the channel. Now let's try to send the notification. Now to send the notification or the channel owner, you can see the options here. So there are in the dropdown, you can see three options, that is broadcast, targeted, subset. Now broadcast is basically to send notification to all the subscribers of your channel, and subset would be to send notification to a subset of addresses, and targeted would be to send notification to like a specific wallet address. And now, okay, since I've opted in, I can just send the broadcast channel subject. message, GM. Now you can see the preview as well and send the notification. Okay, it's again off chain. You're just signing that notification. Now let's see for this user. Got it. Yeah, we just got the notification from the Superfluid channel. Hey there. Likewise, you can test out the other types from the app as well. Now, this is like the first step, basic step. Now to integrate into your project, let's take a look at. Let's take a look at our sample project that I have. So this is basically create a tab sample, like very basic project, and it just has the, if you look at the SRC, and if you look at create flow, that is the creating a stream for Superfluid. Got it. Let's just start and see what's that looking like. Got it. Let's see if we have chats. Okay. Yeah, I think it's taking some time to load. In the meantime, we can just take a look at the documentation and walk you through. So the docs is docs.push.org/developers. Got it. So if you go to this documentation, and you can see all the documentation about creating a channel. And right now, what we are trying to do is sending a notification. So we basically will just okay, I'm just trying to see what's happening. Yeah, this is the app. Now, what we're trying to do is to just create a flow from this simple UI. Now, this is basically, I just looked into the Superfluid documentation and integrated it here. And then once the flow is created, then we're trying to see like how we can send notification from the channel that we created, right? Now, there are different ways. First thing would be, first thing that I'm going to show is to send notification from like a scaffold solution that we have that is called showrunners. Okay, while that runs, I'm just gonna explain about the showrunners. Now, showrunners, you can, if you just scroll down, you can see the tab here, showrunners framework, and how to set up showrunners and all. We do have a GitHub repo called showrunners framework. You can just clone it. Now I already have one cloned here. And let me just explain the architecture here. So this is like a scaffold solution where the EPNS, the push SDK is already integrated, but you can just directly clone and put the notification logic and run it as a server, and which will send the notifications in regular intervals as per the jobs that you're writing. So if we just go into the SRC, you can see sample showrunners and showrunners folder. Inside showrunners, we have Superfluid. Now that is the channel that logic that I've written. Now for Superfluid channel, so if you are trying to like clone this repo, there is this naming convention that you need to follow. So inside the showrunners, you basically can create a folder, and inside that folder, if that folder is ABC, then ABC channel.ts should be your that where you write the channel logic, and then jobs. If you have write a cron task, you can write it here, and keys.json would be it is git ignored, so it is where you would basically include the channel private key. Why do we need that? Because it is using the channel wallet that we're sending notifications to the users. Now here, if you want to have like all the anything about DB models and routes to test and settings.json, I have added like anything other than that. If you want to include any other information, which is okay to like publish to your GitHub, you can add it here. So here I have Superfluid subgraph query, which I'm going to use to query the data and check some condition and send the notification, right? So here, let's take a look at this showrunners channel logic. Now I have basically two functions here that is send new inbound streams and the fetch new inbound streams query. Now this is basically the query for the subgraph. Now Superfluid documentation is like extensively it's extensive, and it's really good. So here what I'm just trying to query is the streams and created at block number based on that, and then checking the block number, or else start from 0 and based on the token if it's listed true, and then basically checking for this receiver. So the starting function would be this, like send new inbound stream. So for the channel, so we loop in the subscribers of this channel and see for each subscriber whether that particular wallet has any inbound streams, and then we notify the wallets. So that's it. So this is the query, and if you just open here, this is things to simulate, but the actual logic starts from here. So we just take the subscribers list, and then we try to fetch and query this data using the subgraph, subgraph query. And this is the query that I just explained. Here's the query that I just explained. And then based on the logic, like, whatever data that we have received, we are sending that out. Now, to send the notification, you just call the send notification function, because in the showrunners framework, we have helper files. So if you just take a look at the helpers folder and EPM's channel, we have everything defined and integrate. It's already integrated using the chat SDK. So send notification is already configured here. So in the actual channel logic, you just need to call and pass the payload, all the informations. So here in the actual channel logic, we are defining the title as new inbound stream added for the token and the name and then the message. And here one thing to note would be the notification type. So remember in the dApp front end, I mentioned that there are 3 options from the drop down, that is broadcasted, targeted, and subset. Now, in the SDK terms, broadcasted notification would be one, notification type 1, and here it is targeted. So for each user, we need to send different notification. So for each subscriber, when you send, you want that to receive, you want to send to like a specific wallet. So the notification type is 3. And you just call this a notification function with all these things. These are the like notification payload. And yeah, that's pretty much the logic for showrunner's Superfluid channel. And let's see where we are in the okay. So excuse the UI here, but this is the okay, let me just have the code side by side. Okay, so if you just take a look at the front end code, now the create flow, it just basically imports the Superfluid finance SDK core, and then creates a signer, and then loading the token. So here it's f.x. That is the string that we're going to start, and yeah, this is the create flow function, flow rate, and recipient. So these are the things, and what we are returning is this create flow. We are taking the recipient from this input box, and then we are taking the flow rate, and then we are on click, we are calling this create flow function. All right, let's see. Okay. Okay, so let's copy this and create a flow for this account. Now I can just, I just have to paste it here. And let's see the third one. Okay, and then click on create flow. Okay, there are a few errors on the front end side, but the stream should be created in a minute. Okay, I think the stream already exists, so we can just select another account. Outside. Okay, creating a stream. I think we're good. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, there is something that is happening, but no worries. I think I have already created a stream for the first account. Let's just proceed with that. That'll be the one ending with 9937. Now, if you go to the Superfluid dashboard, where so you see the account 9937, there is already a stream happening there. So we're just gonna try and see how we can simulate notification for this using the showrunners, right? Now we just want to set up the showrunners now. Now, to start the showrunners framework, there is Docker. You need to start the Docker first. So Docker compose up. Happens on a different right, and on a different, okay, it's ready. Now on a different tab, we can start the server. Now it's mostly going to throw an error. I'll tell you why. All right. Yeah. So here, like you said, there are a lot of things dynamically loaded in the showrunners framework. So once you are running the server, let's just make sure that you have the keys set. So I haven't added the keys. So let's just add the keys. The keys of the channel that I created. Now, I think I created using account 3. Yeah, so I created using here the wallet ending with V79. So I'm just going to export the private keys of this wallet and add it to the showrunners repo. Okay, just want to see. No worries. I think I'm not able to find the Superfluid channel, but then we can just proceed with the my demo channel. So we already this is one other channel that I created before. So let's just export the private key of this channel. Okay, let's go to details, export private key, give your MetaMask password. And copy it in the showrunners keys file. Okay, so in the keys file, we have this format. Now, like I mentioned, we are going multi-chain. So the user address, the wallet address format that we are following is the CAPE format. That means just before the address, you will just add EIP155 : the chain ID. Here we are on Goerli, so it's chain ID 5. So you just paste the don't forget to add 0x before, and this is just a old key standard. All right, and let's see if we're able to npm run dev. Okay, looking good. All right, so you see showrunner staging, that means you're good to go. Now, to run the logic, let's make sure that we are opted into the channel. So, okay, so this is the, I think we copied another channel, not the one with my demo. Okay, yeah, this is the one. So let's just the my demo channel, which is in Brave now on another browser. Let me just opt in. Okay. And I'm trying to opt in from the address that already has a stream, right? So take me some time. All right, okay. So the one that has the stream is the first account that is ending with 9937. Okay, and I think I'm opted into the channel already. I'll try it ending with 9937 and then my demo channel. This one. So I'm already opted into the channel. So we can just trigger from the postman now. Okay, let's just see the inbox as well. These are already the ones that I tested, but let's see. It is from 6:25 p.m., but we should be able to trigger one now. Now on the postman, what happened, or what we have is the localhost 5432. Now that is nothing but this port number where the showrunner staging is running. And this endpoint is basically the triggering the function that I explained earlier. Now that is the, if you go to the Superfluid routes file, you should be able to see the showrunners and Superfluid and then the testing endpoint. Now it triggers the send new inbound stream function that I explained earlier. Yeah, that is basically checking for the streams. Now let's proceed and trigger this endpoint. I think they already triggered it before, but I just want to remove this. Hmm. Yeah, this is probably because that I've already tested it before with the same account. That is why it is not triggering now, because I've already sent the notification. Now, what happens is it basically, again, like I mentioned, it queries it and sends the notification. And the notification is gonna look like, it's gonna look like this: new inbound stream added for DAI token, and it's again going to redirect to this app Superfluid Finance. Now I just want to, I think, yes, we're about time, but I just want to explain or point you to just one repository that can help you with all the integrations, which is, let me see. I think my internet is super slow right now, but there is a repository called Starter Kit. Okay, it's taking a longer time. But with the SDK, the other features that we can do is, apart from sending notification, you can also, add the opt-in button into your project, so that users never have to leave your dApp and to leave your dApp to opt into these notifications. Now that is all in the SDK, well documented. I'm gonna try and still explain it. That is one thing. So on your project, based on the logic, you can send the notification. But apart from that, what I just mentioned is to you can also add opt-in, and also you can show the notifications within your dApp itself. That is also possible. And one other product that we recently launched, which is in alpha, is the push chat. Now that is wallet to wallet chat. Now, mostly for the when we're talking to projects, the use cases that's coming up frequently is about the tech support. So, if there is a use case where you can include the push chat to provide tech support to your users, that would be like one use case. Now, to integrate push chat, that is again in the push SDK, which is super easy. It's just like a small chat widget in the bottom right corner of the it's a React component basically. Even it's a React widget, so when you integrate it, it's gonna add like a chat, just one icon, and when you click on it, it's gonna open a small window, and then you can add the wallet address and just chat. So right now it is in alpha, and it is not open to the public yet, but opt-in, like just join our Discord and reach out if you are planning to like integrate push chat as well. So yeah, I'm just still gonna, okay, let me see if I can find from here. Yeah, so this is the you can look for this push SDK starter kit, which has like the latest SDK and all the integrations that you can do. So that is basically from channels. Okay, I'm just gonna...
Ms. Walter, I believe your screen is completely frozen right now, just in case. Your screen sharing.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like the browser is stuck on buffering.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop share. Okay, trying to share again.
Looks
You guys
good.
able to see the stream?
Yep.
Looks good now, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, what I was say is the first starter kit. Or like this one. So push SDK starter kit, and if you just go to the okay, I'm gonna try not do anything right now. So yeah, so these are like the four components that we have. Okay. Yeah. So for the just gonna explain it from here. So if you just go to docs.push.org/developers, so when you go to send notification, you can go to send notification, but before that, I think SDK. So the SDK has basically 4 components. The REST API, okay, I think it is. Okay, it's completely frozen. Anyway, I'm going to explain. So for the SDK, there are like 4 different components, like REST API, UI web, and 2 more things. And so using the SDK, you can send notification, opt in, show the notifications, get all the information about channels. And other ways to send notification is through the smart contract. So if you have smart contract for Superfluid, integrating Superfluid or any other project, you can trigger notifications from the smart contract itself. That is also well documented. You can look under sending notifications. Yeah, so using smart contract. And then using push tap, that is something that we already tried. And then push SDK is using in the showrunners, we are using it, we are using the SDK. And yeah, again, push SDK is used in the showrunners, that is there. If you don't want to use the showrunners, that is also fine. You can directly use the push SDK, which is well documented. And using subgraph, that is also possible. Now with the subgraph, we only support the hosted service right now. So if you have a subgraph that is deployed in hosted service, you can also trigger push notification from the subgraph. So, and integrating on the front end is what I was talking about, opt-ins. So you can, again, using the push SDK, you can opt in, opt out, and also show the notifications in the front end as well. Now, okay, let's see if it loads. And for the Superfluid, coming to like the use cases that that you can do for Superfluid, one thing that we discussed right now is the sending notification when there is like a stream starting. Now you can also write logics for when the stream ends, or when the you're about to get liquidated. Yeah, so there are more use cases, but on top of my head, these are something that you can integrate. So yeah, so for opt-in, the code is like super simple. It's just once you have the once you install the push SDK, then this is all you need to just opt into the channel, that is subscribe. You need signer and then channel address. Channel address, again, we are using the cape format, like I mentioned, the EIP155:5:5, and 5 again, that's for the goalie. And the user address, again, in cape format. And then ENV, that is in staging, which is the test network. So yeah. I think yeah, with that we can wind up, and we can open for any doubts or clarifications.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Ms. Walter. I feel like this really was a comprehensive workshop. You went through like every single angle of it. And yeah, it seemed like the first part where we went over the setting, the configuration of the channel, that was just super simple. I think you guys created like a really nice UI for that. And then getting to the showrunner part, I guess that's where like a lot of the kung fu comes in terms of like integrating with Superfluid, and you did a great job explaining that. So thank you for your great workshop here. And yeah, with that,
Thank you. And yeah, if anyone we can just hop into a Discord, and the team will be happy to help you with any of the queries that you may have during the hackathon.
Mm-hmm.
Over to you, Jack.
That's right. And it also looks like we've got an audience on YouTube. So if you guys would like to mention any questions you have, feel free to post them in YouTube chat there, and we'll get right to it. But no questions. Let's turn it over to Jeff to talk about the Superfluid Push Protocol Grants Program.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sunny. So this will take just a minute. So basically what I wanted to do today to talk a little bit about our Push Grants program. Our Push Grants program is built for builders, for people who are working on their own projects. They want to take their projects to the next level. And we put up our Push Grants program to offer them not only the financial incentives that comes with the grants program usually, but we are also giving them mentorship and guidance, whether that's we're talking about technical guidance, or maybe you want to understand what are your best strategies in order to market your project and get to a bigger audience. So we put the program in there. Is it okay if I share my screen really quick, Sunny?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
All right, cool. Let me do that. It's going to take 30 seconds. Okay, you probably can see my screen now, right? So, oh, well, can you see it okay?
Yeah, right now we're looking at Twitter. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just moved this bar. Okay, yeah, perfect. So we have our push DAO Twitter where it's the one that it's probably the most direct resource if you want to ask questions about anything now. But in general, what I wanted to show is our process is super simple. It all starts by filling out a form. It has a few questions in there that you will have to explain your project, explain who you are, and then our process, it was simplified to this, right? So basically, after you fill the form, then it's going to be reviewed by our push grants committee, and our push grants committee, depending on the grant size, maybe the decision will be taken immediately if it is a push rapid grant that you are using the grant to implement push and do a few other things. It can get approved immediately, or it can go to the next stage of interviews and discussions. And that is if your grant is up to 20K. And if the grant is bigger than 20K, then it will have to go through community voting and other things. But we are looking at a turnaround time of not more than 10 days right now. And it's one of the other interesting things is that you can join our community. We have office hours on Thursdays. You can join and pitch your project, and you will get immediate feedback from our community. And we have been getting pretty interesting sessions for the past 2 months. So yeah, that's what I wanted to mention today, Sonny.
Awesome. Thanks, Jeff. That sounds like an awesome program, and appreciate you sharing it. So yeah, that's all we've got for today. Thank you all for watching. We appreciate you coming out to learn more about Push Protocol and how it can be used with Superfluid. And yeah, we do have that $2,000 bounty out for best integration with Push Protocol and Superfluid for this month's wave pool. So that means you can submit that project by the end of this month, and you'll be eligible for that prize, or part of that prize, or all of that prize. So yeah, if you're interested, definitely hop in the Superfluid Discord. That's discord.superfluid.finance. We can talk more if you've got ideas and you'd like to talk shop. But yeah, that is it for today. Thank you all for watching, and enjoy your weekends. Peace.
Have a good one.
Thank you so much for having me.